So you finished your master's degree. Congratulations to people that just graduated from their master's degree. Completing a master's degree is a huge achievement. So congratulations once again. And you deserve to celebrate, okay? You deserve it. But once the congratulations are over and reality sets in, if you are on a tier 4 student visa, you usually have around 4 to 6 months before it expires. Some might be less. And that's when you start thinking, what happens next? Let's talk about your options in this video. Hi amazing people, welcome back to the channel. My name is IJ if you're seeing me on your screen for the first time, and on this channel I help international students, especially HND applicants, navigate their study abroad journey. So please subscribe to this channel and join the family. What happens next? How do you plan? How do you prepare for that next phase? How do you prepare for life after graduation? The visa options after graduation. That's the first thing that should be on your mind. Visa options after graduation. If you want to stay in the UK after you graduate, there are a few visa options that you can explore and you can apply for. Number one is the graduate visa. Okay, so this is a post-study visa that allows graduates of masters, that allows students that have graduated to apply for, and this gives you 2 years. Yes, so this is a 2-year visa that you can apply for, and you don't need a job to apply for this kind of visa. Okay, in as much as you've graduated and as a student in the UK, you are eligible to apply for this graduate visa. Okay, it's a 2 years visa and you don't need a job at all. You can apply for this and you don't have a job and you'll be granted. Okay, but the downside for this is that it's expensive. It's not cheap. Okay, so as a master's graduate, the post-study visa allows you to stay in the country for 2 years. As a PhD graduate, the post-study visa allows you to stay in the country for 3 years. So no job offer or sponsorship is required for this study, for this postgraduate visa. You don't need to have a job or a sponsorship to be able to apply for this. And you can work full-time in any job. Yeah, so when you apply for the graduate visa, you can work full-time in any job. Okay, so you're not limited. Next category of visa that is available for graduates to apply for is a skilled worker visa. Now, before now, you could apply for this skilled worker visa while studying, but in January 2024, the UK government stopped it. So you have to graduate first and then get your certificates before you can switch your visas to a skilled worker visa. Now, so if you're going for a skilled worker visa, so you must have a job from a UK employer for you to be eligible to apply for this skilled worker visa. Okay, unlike the post-study or the graduate visa that you can apply for and then you don't need a job to apply for, the skilled worker visa, you need a job from a UK employer and you have to meet all the requirements on the salary requirements and every other thing. Now, the next kind of visa is the business and the startup visas. So for you to be eligible to apply for a business or a startup visa, you should have a very innovative business idea, not just any kind of business idea, a very innovative business idea, and then you can apply for an innovator founder visa. Okay, so the visa is innovator founder visa, but you need a very, very innovative business idea. Okay, so when you apply for this visa, you're going to see the requirements, see if your business has the requirements that it needs, if it meets the requirement for this visa. And that business should be something that has the tendency to survive, to run a long course. Not after 2 years, the business is going to fold up, or it's not a business that can thrive. So these are the 3 categories of visas that graduates can apply to. So what you should know is that you need to start early to start planning the visa you want to apply for. Okay, so if you want to apply for the skilled worker visa, which means that you need to have a job from a UK employer, and that job has to meet the requirements, salary requirements for you to apply, then you need to start on time. Okay, starting on time is not after you graduate. You should start on time to start applying to this job. If you want to apply for the graduate visa, as I said earlier, it is not cheap. So it means you need to start saving on time, start saving money, because you need to save up to I think it's up to 2,000 something. Yes, I think it's either 2,200 2,400 pounds each person. So if you're a family of 2, a family of 3, and you're applying for a graduate visa, you see how expensive it is. Now we're going to talk about job hunting, the reality of job hunting. The UK market is very, very competitive. The UK market is extremely competitive. Finding a job after graduation can be a daunting task. It's not always easy at all. So as I said before, start planning early. Now, where do you find jobs after graduation? Where do you find jobs after your master's? Networking. Networking cannot be overemphasized. It doesn't get to a point where you see you've overstretched the topic. Networking is very important. Use your LinkedIn, okay? Network on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has so many corporate opportunities, so many job opportunities in there. So go on LinkedIn with a focused mind, okay, and network, interact with people, engage in people's posts, engage in people's conversations. There are so many industry experts on LinkedIn, okay. Engage with their posts, engage in conversations with them. You can even reshare their posts, okay. It helps you to gain knowledge, and it helps in the networking. So please, network, okay. LinkedIn, attend career fairs, connect with the alumni if you can, but career fairs helps a lot. All right, career fairs help a lot. Career fairs can help you get a job even while you're studying, and also help you get a job that will last even after graduation. Okay, so there's some companies that will be available at during the career fairs, and then they will employ you and are willing to train you, work with you, and then retain you after graduation, even sponsor your visa. Okay, so don't take career fairs as something that's just part-time jobs. Some companies are willing to go, in as much as you have something tangible you're bringing to the company, they are willing to train you, retain you after graduation, and sponsor your stay in the country. The next place you can get a job, recruitment agencies. Sign up for agencies. Recruitment agencies can help you get a job. Okay, I signed up for an agency one time, and every single day I was getting shifts. Yes, I was seeing available shifts, and there were so many. Just that the location of the agency, I thought they had something close to my area, but they didn't. It was mostly in London and England and all that, so I couldn't really attend to any of the shifts. But then, if I was somewhere close to those places, I would have been getting jobs. And the more you go out, the more you meet people. You understand? So that helps also in networking. Now, internships and part-time work. So if you're struggling to get a full-time job, consider internship. Okay. Now, these internships are things that is something that you can even do even while you're studying. All right. And then when you're done with your internship, you can apply back to that company as a full-time staff, because you've already been in that company. You've known the ropes in that company. You've built relationship in that company. It's always easier for them to bring you back, yeah, into the company, for you to apply back and then get a full-time job that may as well sponsor your visa. You see that all these job avenues I'm mentioning are avenues that will help you either still as a student, and then can roll over into your life after graduation. You understand? So don't take it lightly. All of them are important avenues you can explore. Now, start your application 3 to 6 months before you graduate. Okay, it increases your chances. Starting early increases your chances. So if you start on time to start applying for jobs that will roll over, that will help you even after you graduate, okay, it gives you time to readjust. You understand? Many companies are going to give you, unfortunately, they're going to reject your application. They will not employ you. They're going to send you, unfortunately, and all. Now, because you have time on your visa left, yeah, it gives you time to re-strategize, go back to the drawing board, reapply again, and then start. It also increases your chances of getting a job. But if you start applying when it's just 1 month to your visa and you get, unfortunately, from the company, you are going to be heartbroken because you are running against time. And if you didn't start planning early, and maybe by saving money for your graduate visa or all that, you're going to get stranded. You understand? So most important thing is start early. Okay, now let's talk about financial adjustments after graduation. Now, as an international student in the UK, you have so many discounts. Okay, you have council tax discounts. You don't pay tax. So you don't pay tax when you work. Okay, you don't pay for NI, discounted bus pass. You have a rail card that are discounted, and then you can, maybe the bus card helps you pay half the price because you're a student. Okay, but then after graduation, there's this financial readjustment. First of all, no more student discounts. You understand? Now that tag student is no more there because you've graduated. You get, and your contract. If you got a job in, like myself, I got a job as a student ambassador in my school, and that helped me to work part time and all. But that job is only for students. So when I graduated, automatically my contract ended. You understand? So it's now open for only students. Now that was a very, very juicy opportunity for me. I enjoyed working as a student ambassador, and I would have loved it to continue. But that's it. That is one of the perks of being a student. When you graduate, you lose all those incentives and all those opportunities that only students can enjoy. Okay. So first of all, when you graduate, the student discount is off. Your council tax goes back to the normal rate. You start paying your tax when you get a salary. Start paying for NI. You no longer, except your company has the discounted bus passes or rail card, you pay the full transport fare. You understand? So that's one of the downsides of graduation, I would say. Downsides of graduation. Now, talking about rent and bills, okay? There are some accommodations that will say students only. You understand? So if you're a single person as a student, you can live there for a very cheap price, and most times it's always bills inclusive. Now, when I mean bills inclusive, it simply means you're paying your rent. When you pay your rent, that rent covers your bills in the house, both your light bill, water bill, and the rest. You get? But when you graduate, you can no longer have access to the accommodation because you're no longer a student. Okay, so it means you have to go rent a house. Yeah, and most of the houses that you rent that are not student accommodation is not bills inclusive. So you pay for your rent separate, you pay for your bills separate. That's another financial adjustment that comes after graduation. It's not palatable, but it's real. That's the reality. Okay. So savings and budgeting as well. Savings and budgeting. After life after graduation, you will need to budget yourself. Because you're paying all these other bills that you weren't paying before. And if you're not a person that saves or that budgets really well, you're going to run into issues, you're going to have problems. So be ready for the financial adjustment that comes after school, after graduation. It hits you hard, honestly. So pro tip, start planning your budget early. Yeah, start budgeting early. Okay. Budget if you're planning to apply for a graduate visa, budget on time. If you're planning to do anything at all that has to do with life after graduation, needs a whole lot of budgeting and planning. So start on time. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is should you stay back in the UK, or should you go back, or should you go to another country? Now, some graduates decide to stay back in the country in the UK. Some decide to go back to their home country, and some decide to move countries, go back to a different country entirely. Okay, some people decide that after graduation, I'm moving to Canada, I'm moving to the US, I'm moving to Australia for a better opportunity and all that. Some people decide I'm going to stay back in the UK and get a job here and stay here. Some people decide I'm going back to my country. Now, every single decision you make as a student after graduation is very valid. Some people are going to say, why are you going back to your country? That better opportunities are here and there and all that. But that is the person's decision. And it is a valid decision. Okay? You stay back in the UK if you find a job that you're happy with, a job that gives you satisfaction. Okay, if you find a job that you know you're happy doing, especially if that job is sponsoring your stay in the country, can you do the same job for over 5 years or over 3 years, or depending on the duration of your visa extension? But if there are better opportunities for you back home or in another country, then please, by all means, you can relocate. Or if you want to use your UK degree for your local career growth. Okay, if you have a startup or you have a business that you want to start up in your home country, and then this degree is going to help you to start it up, or is going to give it wings to fly, then you can go back to your home country and then develop that thing and start up there. You understand? From your experience you've gathered in the UK, and the degree you have is going to also help. It's going to open more doors for you in your business or in that your startup. There is no wrong or right decision. Okay, whether you're staying back in the country or moving abroad or moving back home, there is no wrong or right decision. It depends on your personal and professional goals. So don't let anybody cajole you into saying stay back. Now me, I'm staying back. Don't want to stay back. No, your career goals is not the same with that person. Both professional and personal goals is not the same with that person. So your decision to you is the right decision. Always take what is right for you. Always take that step that is right for you. Is it staying back in the country or moving back to your home country? Whichever one you know is going to fit or suit your personal and professional career goals, please do it. Okay, first of all, know that life changes immediately after you graduate. Your friends change as well. Okay, you also have the adjustment to work life. You're not adjusting to a 9 to 5 life. Remember that when you were working as a student, it was just part-time. You could just go in for 2-3 hours and then you're done. But now you're working full-time, 9 to 5. Sometimes you might be working to the night. That new adjustment can throw you off balance. Okay, prepare your mind for the future. It is not always easy to readjust or to adjust. Always prepare your mind. In conclusion, what happens after graduation is not something that should take you unawares. It is a mix of opportunities and challenges. The key is to plan ahead, know your visa options, start job hunting early, manage your finances, and prepare emotionally for the transition. The transition is not always palatable, it's not always easy, but prepare emotionally and mentally as well. What's your plan? Drop a comment for me in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share to your friends that you think might need this video, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in my next video, and I wish you all the best in this next phase of your life. Yeah, I pray you transition well. I pray you have a job that you're satisfied in, and I pray you have all round satisfaction in life. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.